Alright, welcome back to Mr. Music's math videos. I am on the Chapter 1 test review for 6th grade math in the Go Math series. Alright, let's get started. Number 1 says use the numbers to complete the factor tree. You may use a number more than once. Okay, it's important. We always got to read our directions so we can use these numbers more than once. Okay, factor tree basically means 54 is 9 times what? 9 times what is 54? So I know that 9 times 6 is 54, so 6 will go in that box. And then I can break the 9 down into what times what gives me 9? Well, 3 times 3 gives me 9. And then what times what will give me 6? 3 times 2. And notice our directions did say you may use a number more than once, so this is okay. And then the prime factorization, all of these are my prime numbers. And in general, when you're writing out the prime factorization of a number, you want to go from least to greatest. So I'm going to start with this 2 times, and then, so I'm done with that 2. 3 times 3. And times the last 3. And so I know 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 is going to equal 54. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one, number 2. It says choose yes or no to indicate whether the LCM of the two numbers is 15. LCM means least common multiple. Now, the common error is to confuse multiples and factors. The best way I can try to help students remember that is multiples are many, meaning we can have as many as we want. We can count by 5s or count by 3s forever if we wanted to, but factors are few. So multiples are many, factors are few. There's only a few factors for any number, and you can find all the factors for a particular number. Whereas multiples, you can go on forever. Multiples are many, factors are few. Okay, so for 2a, we have the numbers 5 and 3. I'm going to bring that up here. I have 5 and I have 3. And I am finding the multiples, and I want to see if they have the least common multiple of 15. So multiples of 5 would be 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stop there because I've gotten to that key number 15. That's the number I'm really keeping my eyes on. Okay, counting by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I'm to that key number. And then I look, what numbers do they have in common? So I see they have 15 in common. And if I kept going, I would find that they also have 30 in common and 45 in common. But this question wants to know, is 15 the least number they have in common, meaning the smallest number they have in common? And yeah, 15 is the smallest number they have in common. So this would be a yes. Okay, and then I do the same thing with 5 and 10. So I put 5, I put 10. Count by my 5s. I've already done it up here. And again, I'm stopping at that magic number 15 because that's the number in this particular problem that it wants me to know. It's asking me, is 15 the least common multiple? So I'm only going to go to 15. 10, 20. So I'm past 15. These two have a number in common of 10. And the question, though, wants to know, do they have the smallest number in common being 15? So no, these two numbers have 10 as the LCM, so that would be no, those do not have 15 as the smallest or the least common multiple. Okay, and then I just continue. I'm going to do 2C, and then I'm going to let you do 2D on your own. But I take out the two numbers again, 5 and 15. Count by 5s, 5, 10, 15. There's my magic number, so I'm going to stop at 15. Count by 15s, 15, 30. Okay, I've already gone past 15. Smallest number they have in common is in fact 15, so this is going to be another yes. Okay, and then you do the same process for 2D. I'll let you go ahead and do that one on your own. Okay, number 3 says select two numbers that have 9 as their greatest common factor, and then this is a mark all that apply. Okay, so doing this basically the same thing we did in 2, except this time we're finding the factors. So before we were finding the multiples, now we're back to finding factors. So I just list the two numbers. In this case, now we're starting with 3 and 9. Okay, and the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. The factors of 9 are 1, 3, and 9. Okay, and then it says select two numbers that have 9 as their greatest common factor. Well, these two numbers have 3 as their greatest common factor, so we're not going to bubble in 9. We want groups of numbers that have 9 as their greatest common factor. So I'm going to do the next two numbers, 3 and 18. Do the same process. This time again, I'm finding the factors. Well, I already factored 3 up here, so I know it's 1 and 3. For 18, I can do 1 times 18. I can do 2 times 9. I can do 3 times 6. 7, no. 8, no. And 9, yes, but I've already done 9, so now I know I've listed them all. And again, the biggest factor they have in common is 3. But I want them to have 9 as the greatest common factor, so no, that one's not going to work. So I go to the next two, 9 and 18. Factors of 9 are 1, I've already done it right here, so 1, 3, and 9. That's why it's always beneficial to not erase any of the work you've done, because as we've seen, sometimes the work that we've done, we're going to need it again, and so we don't have to do any thinking on this one. We've already done the factors of 9 right here, so I just copy that one down. And hey, look, I've already done the factors of 18 as well. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, and 3 times 6. Okay, and then I find the biggest number they have in common, the greatest common factor. And we see here it's 9. So this does match what the directions are asking for me to find. Numbers that have 9 as the greatest common factor. So this would be one of them. But I'm not done because it does say mark all that apply. So I'm going to let you go ahead and check D and E. And you check it the same way we checked A. Remember, this was A, and we found that no, A has 3 as the greatest common factor. This was B. Again, 3 was the greatest common factor, but C had 9 as the greatest common factor, so we bubbled that in. So you pull out 9 and 36, find all the factors. Sorry about that. Find all the factors of 9 and 36 and see if 9 is their greatest common factor. If it is, you'd bubble in D. If 9 is not the greatest common factor of 9 and 36, then you leave it blank, and then I'll let you check E on your own as well. All right, thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, and I'll see you on the next one.